men's 5,000 metres is underway on the far side of the track as the clouds ahead just start to brood and darken a little bit, and it has got a little bit cooler, as Tim said, in the last few minutes. So the main task here, officially announced at least, is to break the meeting record, which is, for the record, 12:41.73. That photo finish last year set by Kejelcha. That would put it inside, just inside 61 seconds per lap with a 2:34 kilometre. Then we have a second group ostensibly following the red light. Not sure whether we can see that illuminated. That is going to be going for the Olympic qualifying time of 13:05, a much more measured 63. And already, Tim, you can see that the pacemakers are stretching them out, and the early stages are that they're going for something special here.
Absolutely, Chris. Yes, Davies here leading as a 3:55 miler, the Australian, and he takes them through 400 metres there in what, about 61 seconds. That's what we need, is around 60.5 per lap. That meeting record 12:41 will be in range if they can stick to that, but it's quick enough. Look, single file amongst the top 6 or 8. I'll be interested to see how Grijalva goes here. He's in about 7th place there. Is the man who ran 12:52 last year in Florence in that fabulous early season of 5,000 metres, and then they came here, and as you say, Chris, it was one of the great 5,000s last year. But this is good work. 61.5 there.
61.5. We've got the splits for the Cheptegei world record, and it's astonishing, eye-wateringly consistent, metronomic in the 60.5 range, lap after lap after lap. And many people are talking, even this year, perhaps this summer, will we see not just a new world record, but the time go down to something under 12:30, which is just simply mind-blowing. But it seems increasingly possible. Cheptegei then in 4th place at the moment, looking at the back of the taller figure of last year's winner, with Kejelcha.
I like Kejelcha. There he sits in 3rd place in that grey vest. He's a good, aggressive racer. He's got fabulous speed. He holds the world record for the mile indoors with 3:47. He's a great 5,000, 10,000 metre runner. He's even ventured up to half marathon now. He's super fast at that. And he looks the most keen here to hang on to these two pacemakers and go with a quick tempo. Cheptegei in 4th, the world record holder. Kiplimo in the orange in 5th, the world record holder at the half.
2:33 for the first kilometre. It's on schedule.
Just yet, but it's not bad at all. He's the first athlete to go clear at this height, and he maintains perfection.
Back to the 5,000, and they are strung out like a string of pearls with 10 laps to go. Two pacemakers doing a fine job, just inside meeting record pace. Kejelcha there, tucked in behind them, and then just a little bit of daylight behind him to Cheptegei. Grijalva is in there as well. Kiplimo, Grijalva just behind him. Single file as they come in front of us as they approach 1,500 metres. This has got already in the early stages, the feel of something exciting about to happen.
Well, it has, Chris, and while they're a little way outside world record schedule at the moment, the meeting record still remains a strong possibility. And second pacemaker, Yehune, Adisu Yehune, just 21 in 2nd place. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders. Kejelcha has that lovely loping style. He looks so relaxed, doesn't he, as they're clipping round in 61 seconds per lap. Cheptegei too says he made a tactical error in his last race, feels he can get it right here today. That's his main objective. Kiplimo I love too in 5th, in the orange there in 5th place. He's such a relaxed, bouncy looking runner, always smiling.
He was smiling, not quite smiling enough last year when he was just pipped at the post, but he gave it a real battle. Yes, I was here just last night, just getting a little feel for the stadium and watching Kejelcha doing some reps, and he looked very, very comfortable indeed as we approach 2 kilometres. We're looking for something in the region of 5:08 to be on track for the meeting record from last year. This crowd would go absolutely crazy. They were treated, for those who were here 12 months ago, to one of the great 5,000-metre races of all time. Many people saying it was one of the best, if not the best. It would be incredible if we could repeat something similar again today.
Well, if you want any indication of whether it's fast or not, that was a perfect shot, looking down the back straight at about 15 fellas in single file. They're all working here. Long time till they're at halfway. They've got through 2,000, Chris. with a series of 61-second laps in 5:07. So as you say, they're on schedule for that meeting record. But this is the important section now. These next 3 or 4 laps, they've got to really work hard. Yehoon, the responsibility on his shoulders to get this right is critical, because in a 5,000, 3 or 4 laps out, you can almost smell the finish. You can work really hard through that last mile. These middle laps are so important.
Yes, they are. Not only can they affect the outcome of the race at the end, but it can also be where you can lose the race as well. But all the big names are in there. So Kejelcha, followed by Cheptegei, the Olympic champion, Kiplimo, and then Grijalva, still very much in contention. Further down is Gebrehiwot, the Ethiopian. Just a little glance at the clock there from Yehoon as they go down the back straight. And the next split at 3 kilometres, still somewhere away. We're looking for something around 7:42 to maintain meeting record pace. And this is good. Single file, still pushing on.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that maybe Kejelcha's had a little shout in his ear, because I think he's picked it up a little bit, Yehoon here. That 5th lap was a 61.3 after it had been 61.6, 61.7 for several laps. That might seem like a tiny adjustment, 3-4 tenths of a second, but 61.7 there. Nah, they need to keep pushing hard here. Kejelcha looks relaxed. He's looking up at the big screen there to see what's going on behind him. He'll see that he's got Cheptegei and Kiplimo and Grijalva and Gebrehiwot tucked in there behind him. All the big names are gathering there, biding their time as these middle laps unfold.
Well, Kejelcha looking very good indeed. He's been around for so long. Remember him bursting onto the scene as a teenager in Beijing, 17 years old, back in 2015 when he appeared at the World Championships for the first time. And now it's Gebrehiwot, the Ethiopian, fellow Ethiopian, who's moved in front of Cheptegei with Kiplimo in the orange just behind. And this group of, 9 or 10 are just now starting to move clear, and it includes Tefera as well, Samuel Tefera, who's stepping up a distance and is in great form as well.
Well, in his world record, Cheptegei went through 3,000 in 7:35. As you can see, they're a little way down on that. It's 2:34. That's the slowest kilometre yet. That's a shame, really, but they're still on schedule for something approaching that meeting record. The crowd sends it too. The stadium announcers keeping them well informed. And all these athletes now working hard. You've just got to keep your eyes on the best of the fella in front of you. Keep pumping away, but I'll tell you what, right on picture, I still love that lovely galloping, toey style of Kejelcha.
He's looking very comfortable. He's got a height advantage as well over most of the other athletes, particularly Kiplimo, who's one of the shortest there in this group. A group of 9 strung out, though, over about 15 metres, and they are getting away from the rest of the pack. Grijalva there in the middle, Kiplimo just in front of him. Tefera in the purple as they come in front of us again with 4 to go, and Kejelcha doing all the heavy lifting here, and he doesn't mind. He seems to be okay, and they have up the tempo. 60:32 that last lap.
That's tough. That's a really quick lap. It's a second quicker than anything so far, and all of a sudden, look, the gap's developing. Grijalva, Chris, second to right, back in about 8th place, has had to let go. Kejelcha winding this up, and he knows he's got some big kickers behind him. He shouldn't be worried. He's got a great kick, but he knows he's got to make this hard this next couple of laps.
Yes, he does. So much quality behind him. I've got the lap times last year of the last 5 laps, and they read as follows: 60:18, 60:09, 60:07, and get this, 58:42, 55:75 the last lap when Kejelcha won. They were winding it up lap by lap, and here he is again, Kejelcha leading the way.
And it's taking its toll. Kiplimo covering the gap, going round Cheptegei, the world record holder in the yellow, Chris, back in 5th place, who I think is struggling a little bit. A 60.3 followed by a 60.2. He's really turning the screw here. It's lovely to watch. Doing it the honest way, as Ingebrigtsen said yesterday. He said he loves the 5,000. It's an honest, hard race these days.
Yeah, test of speed, endurance and strength and power. Gebrehiwot then. So, Ethiopia 1 and 2 at the moment. Cheptegei, we haven't really mentioned him, and look at that. A little bit of daylight now between the first two, the 2 Ethiopians. Kiplimo, the Ugandan, stuck a little bit in no man's land. Then the pacemaker is still in there as well, and then it's Cheptegei as well. 2:30, they have up the tempo, 2:30, from 2:34 the previous K.
Well, that's a very, very tough fourth K. No wonder they're reeling. All of them being slapped there with lap after lap of really hard running. It's a big acceleration, Chris. Almost 4-minute miling per tempo to 2.5 laps there, that 4th kilometre.
Right, so 2 to go, 800 to go. The crowd on their feet already. Yomif Kejelcha leading the way, as he has for most of the race. Gebre Hiwot, his compatriot, in second. Then Kiplimo, the man who pushed him so hard. We couldn't have a repeat, could we, of last year's finish? It would be absolutely phenomenal. 3 well clear. Cheptegei is gone. He is not going to feature on the podium here in Bislett this time. Kejelcha working hard, pumping those arms down the back straight for the penultimate time. Little look over the shoulder from Gebre Hiwot, and then Kiplimo is in his wing mirrors as they come into the home straight for the last but one time.
Well, he's done this quite magnificently, Kejelcha, so far, but Gebre just hanging in there behind him, dogging his heels. Kiplimo looks like he's being stretched here, doesn't he? But he's staying aware of things as Kejelcha, looking around all the time. I still think he's in control.
He is in control. If they could get to the bell at around 11:40, then the meeting record is on. It's just outside. And as we say that, it's Gebre Hiwot who steals a march as they went through with 400 to go. Now, Yomif Kejelcha, who was leading, is playing chaser. And this is decisive. Gebre Hiwot, Agos Gebre Hiwot, who's been on the circuit for so long, the Olympic bronze medalist back in 2016. He won silver in Moscow in 2013. We were there, and here he is with 200 to go. Has got a lead of now 10 metres, working so hard, brilliantly, 30 years old now, and this is quite a performance from the 30-year-old Ethiopian. Coming into the home straight, the crowd are on their feet. We won't have the thrilling neck-and-neck finish that we had last year, but it's been a high quality. Keep an eye on the clock. 12:41, remember, is the meeting record. Is he going to do it? Of course he is. Of course he is. He's smashed it. It's just outside the world record. Goodness me. That last 2 laps, unbelievable. 12:36, the second fastest time in history. 12:36.73, and in the end, the world record of Cheptegei of 12:35.36. It wasn't far off, was it? It wasn't far off.
Boy, oh boy, it is a national record, of course. The world record is the only mark quicker held by Ugandan Cheptegei, who finished down the field on this occasion.